Spring Television. Ours it is.
I welcome you to Kiddies World with Lola right here on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Times. On this show today, we're going to explore varieties of things having to do with kids, children, our daddies and mommies also can learn. We have various segments on Kiddies World with Lola, just like the interview sessions with unique and amazing kids. We're also going to be teaching different life manners and matters as related to children, exciting game sessions and more. All right, I want you to join us every Saturday just at 1 p.m. on this same television station to enjoy this exciting children's show. I am Lola, and don't you worry, today promises to be great. We'll go on a short break, and when we're back, we shall have the teaching segment. You know how it is. Lola is ready to teach, and I'm sure you're ready to learn. All right, Kiddies World with Lola, fun, educative, and inspiring.
Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was an anti-apartheid activist who gave his all for the elimination of what has been described as the world's most vicious rule of the unjust and man's inhumanity against man. He was born July 18, 1918 in Mvezo, South Africa. Educated and trained as a successful legal practitioner, he took up the gauntlet of a human activist against segregation by the minority white suprematists in South Africa. At the climax of his trial for treason, orchestrated by the minority South African government, the great crusader for democratic equality was prepared to pay the supreme sacrifice to establish majority rule in his native land. He told white jurists that if achieving freedom for his people was worth his life, he was prepared to die. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in Robben Island, described as the most notorious prison in the world. It was from this same prison that he came out as a free man to assume office as South Africa's first black president in 1994. Western Spring Television identifies Nelson Mandela as a watershed character in history. Aminatu, the legendary Queen of Zazzau, is best known to historians as Queen Amina of Zaria, an old walled town and capital of the Hausa state of Zazzau. Amina was a great warrior and the first woman to rule the ancient kingdom of Zazzau. Her 34 years as queen witnessed an unprecedented expansion of Zazzau by conquests. Queen Amina of Zaria belongs to the class of Amazons by the might of her army and her strings of conquests. She opened Zaria to trans-border trade and was said to have initiated kola nut cultivation in the ancient kingdom. The Hausa Muslim figure was born in 1533 and died in 1610 at the age of 77 years. Folklores remember Aminatu, the Queen of Zazzau, as a brave, smart and talented leader whose giant statue now adorns the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, Nigeria, while many educational institutions bear her name. Western Spring Television identifies Queen Amina as a watershed character in history.
Welcome back. KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Fun,
and inspiring. Yes, in case you're just tuned in, this is Kiddies World with Lola. And it's about time, children, for us to learn. Are you ready to learn?
Yeah.
Very good. So today we want to learn about respect. Yes, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Respect. All right, let's talk about respect. What is respect? Respect is the sense of worth or personal value that you attach to something or someone. You see, you can respect something or someone. Many of us children think we can only respect someone, but you can respect something too. It's important to respect your elders, your own peers, and those younger than you. Yes, I mean those younger than you. Here are ways you can show respect. In case you're wondering, number one, give people attention when they speak to you. Don't be busy looking anywhere else like this, like that, or even play with your toys when someone is talking to you. Yes, many of us children do this. You know, dad will be talking to you and you'll be like, yes, dad, yes, I can hear you. Or mommy will say, how was school today? Do you have any homework to do? And yeah, you carry your face like this. Yes, just because you're playing with your games or something. I mean, that's not a sign of respect. When anyone is talking to you, maintain eye contact with them and ensure that you pay keen attention to them. It's a sign of respect. That is number one. Number two, ways to show respect is tell the truth and be honest. What did I say, children? Tell the truth and be honest. Remember, the truth will always set you free. No, Lola, if I tell the truth, I'll be punished, I'll be beaten. Well, maybe you could be beaten or punished, but you know your conscience will be free like a bird. You won't be holding it in your heart, and you know the conscience will not be beating you. Remember, the conscience beaten is more terrible than mommy spanking you, okay? So show respect by telling the truth always and be honest, okay? Now let me go to another way of showing respect. Number three, respect your environment and not pollute it. Remember from my definition, I said earlier that you can respect and show value for something or someone. Our environment is something. Respect your environment and don't pollute it. How do we pollute our environment? When you are done with your snack or something and then you throw it on the floor, like that, you're polluting the environment. Sometimes when you burn bushes or you join other people, all right, and then you're burning your garbage, your litters right there on the road or beside the road or where the smoke can just disturb other people, you're polluting the environment. So respect the environment by not polluting it. Children, I hope you're learning. Number 4 way of showing respect is accept customs or culture of other people different from yours. Yes, accept customs or culture of other people that is different from yours. What are we talking about? Say language, other people's manner of dressing, other people's type, food, and several other things that has to do with culture. I bet some of you, when you see some food from other cultures, you go, ew, that's not nice. You know, the food you're saying ew about is what another child from another culture will eat and even lick the plates for. Okay, so we need to respect other people's culture. That you don't do it this way doesn't mean it is not valid. So when you see another child who dances in a particular culture, maybe like this, and you're wondering, is that how to even dance? Is that how you should even dance? No, just respect, because it has to do with their culture. All right, so don't look at other people from other culture like alien, like who is this one? You know, sometimes in our classrooms we have children from different culture. All right, so respect other people's culture, respect their language, respect their dressing and other way of life that has to do with that culture. And lastly, very, very important way to show respect is respect yourself. Oh yes, respect yourself. What does it mean to respect myself? It means to be proud of my own qualities, my uniqueness and achievements, pardon me. So now let's talk about this. Look at Lola. All right, Lola is not tall like, you know, Agbani Darego. All right, Lola is not so plump like my friends, but you see, I love the way I look. All right, if you happen to be a chubby child, love yourself for it. You don't have to be slim like every other person, and if you're slim like Lola, then be happy about it. So you should be proud of yourself. That is what it means to respect yourself. Be proud of your own qualities. There are things that are unique and special about you. You should love it and don't want to be like any other person. Be proud in who you are. If you do not respect yourself, it will be so difficult for you to respect other people. I hope you have learned how to show respect to those around you, to things around you, and to yourself. Children, have you learned today? Yeah! Beautiful. All right, so we'll go on the short break, and when we come back, we're going into the game session. Who wants to play games with Lola? Yeah, all right then. So we'll go on the short break. Don't change the dial. Stay with us, children. The fun is still going on. Don't go anywhere. See you soon.
Aminatu, the legendary Queen of Zazzau, is best known to historians as Queen Amina of Zaria, an old walled town and capital of the Hausa state of Zazzau. Amina was a great warrior and the first woman to rule the ancient kingdom of Zazzau. Her 34 years as queen witnessed an unprecedented expansion of Zazzau by conquests. Queen Amina of Zaria belongs to the class of Amazons by the might of her army and her strings of conquests. She opened Zaria to trans-border trade and was said to have initiated kola nut cultivation in the ancient kingdom. The Hausa Muslim figure was born in 1533 and died in 1610 at the age of 77 years. Folklores remember Aminatu, the Queen of Zazzau, as a brave, smart and talented leader whose giant statue now adorns the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, Nigeria, while many educational institutions bear her name. Western Spring Television identifies Queen Amina as a watershed character in history.
welcome back. You're welcome back. I know, yes, this is the game segment that you have been waiting for. Today, we're going to be unscrambling letters, revealing the words in them. Okay? Children, I hope you're ready for this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so right now, I have some words that you're going to be seeing on the screen, and I want you to look at it in 10 seconds. Look at that word, 10 seconds. The letters are jumbled, but there is a word that makes all those letters, okay? So, have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, have you seen it?
Yes.
Very good. Now, soup. Who can tell me what the word is? Eeny, meeny, miny, mouse. Okay, so let's have you. Use the microphone and tell us the word.
Mathematics.
Really? Please applaud him. Fantastic. That is correct. Mathematics is the word. I have another one. Just 10 seconds. Look at it. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So who knows what it is? Yes, who knows what it is? I had Miles answer the first one correctly. So yes, Chantal, the birthday girl. Yes, what's the word?
5.
No, not quite. Who else wants to try? Yes, it begins with letter S. That's the clue. It begins with letter S. Miles again. Chantal, okay, well, another trier. If not, I'm going to just, pass the microphone to, okay, Olamide, you've not had a go.
Suspicious.
Can we have the word on the screen again? Not quite. That is not suspicious. No. Yes, who wants to try? Last time to try. If not, yes, okay. Give Mars the microphone, please.
Suspastic.
So spastic. No. Everybody say Lola. Aha, you have to say well done to me because you didn't get the word. Do I have another person that wants to try? Please raise it up. Try. No. Okay, then I'll say the word. The word is spacious. Applaud Lola. Applaud me. Oh, yes. Okay. So the next word. Let's see the next word. There we go. Look at it. Don't even tell me to stew. Not stew and rice. Okay, sit. Yes. So where's the microphone? Okay, so pass it to Okpemikpo. Yes?
Western.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Correct. Please applaud him. Oh, yes, that is Western. 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 I have 2 more to go. Who's ready for the 2? Whoa. Okay, let's have the next word. Look at it. Whoa. What is that? What is that? Ooh. What is that? 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yes, effects. Let's have you.
Potra.
Say it again.
Potra.
Potra. Sit. That is not correct, but that was good. You tried. Yes, let's have, yes.
Raptor.
Say it again.
Raptor.
Really? Is it? I don't think so. But that was a good attempt. You're almost there. Yes, who else wants to try? Maybe we should put the word up for us one more time. Just a few more seconds. Let's see the word. Who. Look at that. Okay, just sit and then tell us the word. Yes, Miles, let's have you.
Raptor.
Are you sure it's raptor? Oh, you want to applaud Lola again? One more person, okay? Let's see the person who will get it right. Pass the microphone to him, please. Let's see.
Laptop.
there is a letter R there and there is no R in laptop. Okay, just sit and talk. You don't have to stand to answer, please. Okay, Chantel, the last one. Okay, effects. Are you trying?
Not sure.
Not quite. Okay, can we reveal the word now?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to see the word? Okay, so let's see. Look at that. Spell the word P-O-R-T-A-L. That is what? Portal. Please applaud Lola. I hope you're just going to tell me this. Look at the camera, everybody. Look at the camera and see the next word. That's the last one for today. This is so simple. So simple. So simple. Okay, so yes, you have not answered any question today. So let's pass the microphone to him. Yes? National. Fantastic. Please applaud him. Applaud him louder. That is great. Thank you so much for being part of the game. And for those who have answered my question and revealed the word, Lola has something for you. All right. Thank you so much, viewers. We will go on the break. And this is the part I love most. We have our super kid right in the studio already. She's talented. She's beautiful. She's smart. You want to meet her. So stay glued to this channel station. We will be right back. KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola. Fun, educating, and inspiring.
The history of guns is traced to China. The Chinese had developed a technology civilization that produced devices identified as guns at about 1000 AD. By the end of the 13th century, the devices had become true guns and described as metal-barreled firearms that fired single projectiles which occluded the barrel. When did gun become an instrument of war? The first battles to be decided by firearms were between French and Spanish soldiers. The early 16th century warfare included Magnano in 1515, Bicocca in 1522, and Pavia in 1525. The wars were fought in Italy. The gun is a weapon of destruction and death, but humanity sees it as a potent instrument of family destruction. People with guns feel safer even if they don't display it. Western Spring Television identifies history of guns as a watershed event in history.
Here are 5 amazing fun facts I bet you never knew about Christianity.
Number 1, there are over 2.4 billion Christians worldwide.
Amazing fun fact number 2. The Bible is one of the best-selling books of all time, with more than 100 million copies sold every year.
Most Christians believe in heaven and hell.
The Bible is the most translated book in the world, with more than 3,000 languages.
Amazing fun fact number 5. Most Christians throw science out of the window without realizing that most scientists are Christians. Hello, I am Pastor Steve Akinwumi.
And I am Dr. Adeoye Oyewole.
Join us as we highlight and discuss day-to-day issues pertaining to the day-to-day living of every Christian.
Issues in Christendom shows every Sunday on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
Sports is a culture on its own. It has its own language, its own people with their own way of life. sports is never void of actions, stories, dramas, and scandals. I guess you need a sports show that can walk the walk and talk the talk.
On this show, we answer all your sporting questions. The whens, the whys, the wheres, and even the what ifs. Sports Spring is that show that will give you that new lease of life you've been looking for in sports journalism. Join me, Joseph Atewe,
And your sports Amazon, Nengi Ernest.
on this station, Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
Let's talk sports. Let's speak the most universal language of the world.
Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was an anti-apartheid activist who gave his all for the elimination of what has been described as the world's most vicious rule of the unjust and man's inhumanity against man. He was born July 18, 1918 in Mvezo, South Africa. Educated and trained as a successful legal practitioner, he took up the gauntlet of a human activist against segregation by the minority white suprematists in South Africa. At the climax of his trial for treason, orchestrated by the minority South African government, the great crusader for democratic equality was prepared to pay the supreme sacrifice to establish majority rule in his native land. He told white jurists that if achieving freedom for his people was worth his life, he was prepared to die. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in Robben Island, described as the most notorious prison in the world. It was from this same prison that he came out as a free man to assume black president in 1994. Western Spring Television identifies Nelson Mandela as a watershed character in history.
Arrested, affected, sound, found. What do we see? What do we say? Flowing from a spring. A fact A to Z. Check and confirm. Ever expounding current events. Traveling down from the business gist to the globally arising happenings, to the sports news, to the bittersweet infos. Guided transmission, even diffusion, vast and fast, detailed facts are fled. Within seconds, nuggets of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
The Korean War of 1950 to 1953 pitched North and South Korea against each other in response to intrigues by nations beyond their border with different interests from those canvassed by the two brother nations. The Korean War had all the nuances of an external conflict induced by powers that were interested in subjugating North and South Korea. Japan had leveraged on its military power to annex Korea in 1900 and imposed a military union that did not sit well with the citizens. Japan not only lost its war of conquest against Korea, all its powers were obliterated by the effect of the World War II. The end of World War II got Korea divided into two nations along 38 parallel lines by the instrumentality of the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. The Korean War lapsed into a Cold War when it stopped the prying eyes of external forces into the internal affairs of a nation now divided along its north and southern territories. Western Spring Television identifies the Korean War as a major event in history. Ahmadu Bello, a Prince Royal, was born 6th of December 1910 at Raba Village, Sokoto, northwestern Nigeria. His father was a district head and heir apparent to the Sultanate throne from the house of Usmanu Danfodio, a religious and social reformer who brought the Habib dynasty under the Fulani Caliphate in the beginning of the 19th century. Ahmadu Bello raised the bar of political consciousness and participation when, in 1944, he engineered pioneered the establishment of the Northern People's Congress (NPC) as the first political party in northern Nigeria and the rallying point for politicians in the region before independence. History will not forget Ahmadu Bello for his charisma and political sagacity, which provided easy passage for his kinsmen to assume political and administrative positions in Nigeria's post-independence era. The distinguished elder statesman and Sardauna of Sokoto has his face on his country's 200 naira currency as a mark of honor to one of the architects of Nigeria's independence. Western Spring Television identifies Ahmadu Bello as a watershed character in history. Aminatu, the legendary Queen of Zazzau, is best known to historians as Queen Amina of Zaria, an old walled town and capital of the Hausa state of Zazzau. Amina was a great warrior and the first woman to rule the ancient kingdom of Zazzau. The 34 years as queen witnessed an unprecedented expansion of Zazzau by conquests. Queen Amina of Zaria belongs to the class of Amazons by the might of her army and her strings of conquests. She opened Zaria to trans-border trade and was said to have initiated kola nut cultivation in the ancient kingdom. The Hausa Muslim figure was born in 1533 and died in 1610 at the age of 77 years. Folklores remember Aminatu, the Queen of Zazzau, as a brave, smart and talented leader whose giant statue now adorns the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, Nigeria, while many educational institutions bear her name. Western Spring Television identifies Queen Amina as a watershed character in history.
Kiddies World with Lola, fun, educative, and inspiring. You're welcome back. You're welcome. Thank you so much, wonderful children. Okay, so here is the time we have all been waiting for. We have our super kid right here beside me, and you're going to be meeting her right about now. Super kid, will you please let our audience know who you are? Let them into your world. Yes, so tell us your name, and a few other things you'd like us to know about you.
Good afternoon, viewers and audience. My name is Ayabode Orintemi.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10. Okay, tell us the name of your school, your class, what you like to do, and what you're super good at. Okay? Yes, go on.
I attend Rosefield International High School.
At where? Spaghetti or something. Oh, spaghetti. So you can eat spaghetti in the morning, afternoon, and at night. Like you like spaghetti. Okay, that's very good. And so what talent or what gifts do you have? I know you have several of them. So tell us, what talent or gifts do you have and you think is special? Because that's the reason you are our guest on the program today. Yes?
I could play a keyboard.
And tell us, I know one other part, yes. I want everybody to hear it.
And speak with writing.
Fantastic. Olureni to me is an eloquent speaker, and that is a talent. It's a gift. It's a skill that is not just ordinary. Olureni to me has interviewed several dignitaries and personalities. All right, she's our young super journalist. That is one side of her, and the other side of her is that she plays the keyboard so well. The piano, boom, 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 boom. I can't even play to save my life. But let me ask you a few questions, Olureni to me. Is that fine? Okay. So tell us, since when have you been interviewing people? Because I know that you've interviewed quite a number of people. Like you put the microphone in their mouth like this and say, hello, yes, and this want to know, and you know, who are the people you have even interviewed in the past? Tell me. And tell our audience, viewers. Commissioners? Really? You've met commissioners?
Yes.
Wow. How does it feel to interview them? How do you feel?
It feels so great.
Great. Wow, that's very good. So since when have you been interviewing people?
Mid last year.
Mid last year. Wow, that's very good. That's very good. Okay, so let me ask you some other questions. Now, how did you come about the ability to speak well? Because it takes someone who is eloquent and, you know, speaks well, you know, to do this, to interview commissioners. And on the screen, you can see a picture of Orireni Temi where here she's interviewing someone. Please. Oh, okay, so now let's go to the other side of you that plays the keyboard so well, the piano. So who taught you how to play the piano? Yes? Who taught you how to play?
I have a music teacher.
Oh, in your school too?
No.
Okay. At where? Just at home?
From Jubilee Baptist Church.
Oh, from your church. Wow. So since when have you been learning to play keyboard, and since when have you been playing it on your own?
Mid last year.
It seemed something just happened about mid last year, and you just decided, oh, I'm going to just let out all this talent and right?
Yes.
Wow, that's good. So you can play a couple of songs, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you play for functions, maybe events? Have you been getting invitations to come play for events? Don't worry, this program will make you become popular and people will start paying you to come play at their events. Would you like that? Yes. Oh, give me a high five. That's it. Okay then. Okay, so let me ask you as well, how do you develop your skill? Because I want to believe when you started learning the keyboard, you just didn't start and then you started playing all of a sudden. So how do you practice? How did you learn as much as you know today? How did you come about that? Yes?
I do.
But yes, mom will say,
Yes.
Orireni Temi, go and watch the play. Say, mom, I want to practice. I want to play the keys. I want to, you know, please, mommy, just 5 minutes more, pretty please, isn't it?
Yes.
So it must mean that you have been practicing and practicing and practicing. Right? That's very good of you. So what do you have to say to other children who have other gifts? What will you advise them about?
I would advise them to use their talents.
To use their talent. So, like you are using your talent, how are you using your own talent? Tell me. Yes, how have you been using your talent? Playing in your church? Do you play in your junior church?
Yes.
Do you play where your friends come around or something? Or have you even thought of teaching another child to play keyboard? Have you done that?
Yes.
So you've taught some children to play the keyboard?
No, my sister.
Oh, your sister. Oh, that's so good. So how well does she play now? Is she learning very fast?
Yes.
Oh, that's super good. Orireni Temi, thank you so much for honoring our invitation here. And I want you, audience, viewers, to know that you are going to see Orireni Temi play for us today. Will you put your hands together for her right now? Yeah, so we'll go on a short break, and then Orireni Temi will be playing the keyboard for us, and I'm sure it's going to be so melodious. And let's hope maybe Lola can dance as well. All right, we'll go on the short break. We'll be right back, and we're going to be having Orireni Temi play the keyboard for us. Thank you so much. Don't touch the dial.
Funmilayo Ransom Kuti was an educationist and advocate of women's rights. She was recognized for her vitriolic comments against colonial policy of taxation as it affected the Nigerian women. Bere, as fondly addressed by her women followers, Funmilayo championed the initiation of universal adult suffrage, which gave an unprecedented leeway for women to contest elective offices and power to exercise voting rights. Married to a foremost educationist and teacher, Israel Oladotun Ransom Kuti, the first president of Nigeria Union of Teachers, Funmilayo Ransom Kuti was the mother of children who inherited her spirit of activism. Olufela and Be Ololari, the former, a renowned musical legend. She was the first female student of Abeokuta Grammar School and the first female to own and drive a car in Nigeria. The award recipient of Member of Order of Nigeria MON and Lenin Peace Prize, was born on 25th October 1900 and was killed on the 13th April 1978 by rampaging road soldiers in Lagos. Western Spring Television identifies Funmilayo Ransom Kuti as a watershed character in history. Hilas Olayinka Herbert Macaulay, politician, nationalist and journalist, was the first Nigerian to qualify as a civil engineer, surveyor and architect. Born on November 14, 1864, Herbert Macaulay was the founder of Nigeria's National Democratic Party, the first political party in pre-independent Nigeria. Scholars of Nigeria's political history describe Herbert Macaulay as the intellectual bulldog of 19th century Nigerian nationalist movement, in deference to his qualities as founder and leader of two foremost political parties, Nigeria National Democratic Party NNDP and National Council of Nigerian Citizens NCNC. His matchless versatility in party organization and control kept the British colonialists on their toes in the entire span of his active life. After his death on 7th May 1946, Herbert Macaulay remains a hero of his country, which recognized his anti-colonial struggles. Today, Nigeria's 10 naira coin bears his oval face and trademark mustache. Western Spring Television identifies Herbert Macaulay as a major character in history. The Berlin Conference of 1884 defined the configuration of Africa, which hitherto existed as a continent of multiple kingdoms and empires under native rulers. The conference, otherwise referred to as Congo Conference, regulated European colonization and trade in Africa as initiated by German leader Otto von Bismarck. The Berlin Conference is often called the scramble for and partitioning of Africa, as each of the imperial powers carved separate portions of the continent for themselves without recourse to racial and cultural identities and differences. 137 years after the Berlin Conference was held, Africa remains a legitimized playground.
Me playing, and you see, even the way her fingers are on the keys, I'm wondering how she's doing it. Just play for us more. that one. Let's go. Come on. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Orirenitemi. I mean, she was just playing without looking at any notes, like she has it all together. A big thank you to everyone who has viewed this program and will still view. Thank you so much for joining us today, Orirenitemi. You are really a super kid. Can we put our hands together for her one more time? Thank you so much. And this is where we're just going to be hanging it for today. We want to thank you, our viewers. Thank you, our active audience. Put your hands together for yourself. And of course, our special guest again. Now, I wouldn't want to go without saying happy birthday to Chantal. She is our radio etiquette diva, and it's her birthday today. Chantal, happy birthday to you. All right. And I would have loved for us to sing happy birthday song. Chantal, let me have you. Let me have you. Chantal, my etiquette. She's always the one sending us the etiquette notes and teaching us on radio. Come, Chantal. We're all going to sing happy birthday song for her. Orirenitemi, can you play happy birthday tune for her? Okay, this is Chantal. Okay, so yes, happy birthday. So can we sing the birthday song for Chantal, everybody? Happy birthday to you. Sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Happy 60th birthday, Chantal. God bless you. We love you. All right. And Kiddies World with Lola. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We hope that next week you're going to join us on the same television station, all right, for a fresh episode of Kiddies World with Lola next Saturday on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT, right here on Star Times. Don't forget to join us again. Until then, stay inspired and enjoy your week. Have a good day. Lola cares.